Life is full of surprises. Sometimes it's a small thing. Maybe you find $1 on the sidewalk. Or maybe it rains on a day you expected sunshine. But sometimes life throws a curveball so big, it changes everything. For Courtney and Derek, that curveball came in the form of 6 tiny heartbeats. Courtney and Derek met in college. It was a crisp autumn day when their paths first crossed. The leaves were turning golden, and the campus was alive with the buzz of new beginnings. They were both freshmen, eager to embark on their academic journeys. Courtney was studying to be a teacher. She had always loved children and dreamed of making a difference in young lives. Her passion for education was evident in the way she immersed herself in her studies, often staying up late to perfect her lesson plans. Derek, on the other hand, was studying to be an engineer. He had a knack for solving problems and a fascination with how things worked. His room was filled with engineering textbooks and blueprints, a testament to his dedication and ambition. They were both from big families, which meant their childhoods were filled with laughter, chaos, and love. Family gatherings were always a grand affair, with multiple generations coming together to celebrate holidays, birthdays, and just about any occasion. From the very beginning, Courtney and Derek knew they wanted the same for themselves. They often talked about their future, imagining a house filled with the sounds of children playing and the warmth of family dinners. They even started looking at baby clothes, dreaming of the day they would become parents. After dating for 2 years, their bond grew stronger. They shared countless dates, from quiet walks in the park to adventurous road trips. Each moment spent together only solidified their love and commitment to one another. They got married in a beautiful outdoor ceremony. The garden was in full bloom, and the air was filled with the scent of roses. Surrounded by family and friends, they exchanged vows, promising to support and cherish each other for the rest of their lives. They were young and in love, with their whole lives ahead of them. Their eyes sparkled with excitement and hope as they looked into each other's eyes, ready to face whatever the future held. And so, they were ready to start their own family. They spent hours discussing baby names, decorating the nursery, and preparing for the arrival of their little one. Their dream of a big family was just beginning, and they couldn't wait to embark on this new adventure together. After a year of trying, Courtney and Derek went to see a doctor. They ran some tests and discovered that Courtney had a condition that made it difficult to conceive. The news was devastating. They had always dreamed of having a big family, and now it felt impossible. A few months later, Courtney started feeling different. It wasn't just a fleeting feeling, it was a profound change that she couldn't quite put her finger on. She found herself lost in thought more often, pondering what could be causing this shift in her well-being. She was exhausted all the time. No matter how much she slept, she never felt rested. Simple tasks became monumental challenges, and she found herself yearning for the comfort of her bed more than ever before. The fatigue was relentless, and it began to affect her daily life in ways she hadn't anticipated. She couldn't stomach her favorite foods. Meals that once brought her joy now made her feel queasy. The mere smell of certain dishes was enough to turn her stomach. She tried to force herself to eat, but the nausea was overpowering, leaving her with little appetite and a growing sense of concern. And then, one morning, she took a pregnancy test. It was positive. The realization hit her like a wave. a mix of shock and excitement flooding her senses. She stared at the test in disbelief, her mind racing with the implications of this life-changing news. Courtney and Derek were overjoyed. They embraced each other, their hearts swelling with happiness and anticipation. This was the moment they had been dreaming of, and now it was finally here. They couldn't contain their excitement as they began to envision their future as parents. They couldn't wait to become parents. They spent hours discussing baby names, planning the nursery, and imagining what their little one would be like. Every day brought new dreams and plans, and they cherished every moment of this journey together. They went to the doctor for an ultrasound, excited to see their little one for the first time. The anticipation was palpable as they held hands, their eyes fixed on the screen. When the image of their baby appeared, it was a moment of pure magic. They saw the tiny heartbeat, and it made everything feel real. This was the beginning of a beautiful new chapter in their lives. The news of Courtney's sextuplet pregnancy spread like wildfire. Their families were shocked, their friends were amazed, and their community rallied around them. People they hadn't spoken to in years reached out to offer help. Local businesses donated baby clothes, diapers, and even a minivan. The next few months were a whirlwind of doctor's appointments, ultrasounds, and preparations. Courtney's pregnancy was considered high risk, so she was closely monitored. She had to eat a special diet, take extra vitamins, and go on bed rest early. Derek worked tirelessly to get their small house ready for 6 new additions. Courtney's pregnancy was difficult, but she carried the babies for as long as she could. Each day was a challenge, filled with both hope and anxiety. She had to undergo numerous checkups and follow a strict regimen to ensure the health of her unborn children. The weight of carrying 6 lives inside her was both a physical and emotional burden. At 30 weeks, she went into labor. The early onset of labor was a moment of panic and urgency. The medical team had been preparing for this day, but the reality of it happening so soon was daunting. Courtney was rushed into the delivery room, her mind racing with thoughts of her baby's well-being. The delivery room was packed with doctors, nurses, and medical equipment. It was a coordinated effort, with each member of the medical team knowing their role in this high-stakes situation. The atmosphere was tense, but focused, as everyone worked together to ensure the best possible outcome for Courtney and her babies. One by one, 6 tiny babies entered the world. Each birth was a moment of relief and joy, but also a reminder of the challenges that lay ahead. The medical team carefully handled each newborn, ensuring they received immediate care and attention. 3 girls and 3 boys. The gender reveal added a touch of celebration amidst the intense atmosphere. Courtney and her family had been eagerly anticipating this moment, and now they could finally meet their children. All healthy, but all tiny and fragile. The newborns were placed in incubators to support their early development. Each baby was monitored closely, with the medical team ensuring they received the necessary care to thrive. The journey ahead was still long, but the first crucial step had been taken. After 2 long months, the sextuplets were finally strong enough to go home. Courtney and Derek's house was a symphony of coos, cries, and lullabies. They were constantly feeding, changing, and comforting their 6 little miracles. It was chaotic and exhausting, but they wouldn't have it any other way. Life with sextuplets was anything but ordinary. Their days were a blur of feedings, diaper changes, and naps. Their nights were a symphony of lullabies and soft cries. But through it all, Courtney and Derek wouldn't trade it for the world. They had their dream family, times 6.